Basically, I ended up at Sandburg. We had a guy who did recruiting in Michigan for basketball players from that area, kind of like a pipeline. Here we had a guy come in from Flint, and then we sent guys here kind of consistently for about 4 or 5 years. I had suffered an injury at Tennessee State. I was back in Flint. Really wanted to keep playing, but I knew I wasn't healthy enough to play at the high Division I level at that time. And so it was mentioned to me about Kyle Sandburg, and there were some other guys from Flint, Michigan already there. So it would kind of give like more of a family home type of feeling. And I signed on immediately. When I got here, it was just a totally different atmosphere. Something that was not anything to what I was used to. The streets were clean and the grass was cut, and people just had smiles and were really helpful. A lot of my professors one-on-one, and I just love Sandburg. It was a great experience, and that's basically how I got here. Linked up with Mike Bailey, and then we just started rolling with basketball from there. I definitely came from a place where I keep a chip on my shoulder and very competitive, and there weren't a lot of smiles where I was from. But Sandburg was definitely the total opposite of that. The opportunity or the ability to be able to be creative is something great, and you should cherish it, embrace it, and perfect it. And perfection is hard to reach, but sticking with it every day will get you there. I'm not perfect at all. I have a lot of things that I'm still trying to improve on, but I've come a long way since 2009 when I completed my first book. I would say when basketball was taken away from me, and I kind of came to the conclusion that basketball was not going to be my way of financial success, I guess, so to speak. And I really started analyzing myself and trying to discover any other talents that I may have that could be lucrative for me. And writing was the first thing. I started writing when I was in kindergarten. My first, I guess, manuscript, so to speak, was a one-liner to my kindergarten teacher. I said, "I don't love you." And my grandma still has it. And my teacher just thought that was so cool because a lot of the students in my class weren't writing full sentences yet. And so we kind of were on to something there but didn't know it. Being in an environment where people of different race, different cultures, genders were able to work together consistently, that was something that I didn't see a lot in Flint. Coming into Sandburg, I think it was just an amazing experience from that aspect, to be able to work with different people from different backgrounds and be able to see us complete something that we could be proud of. I have grown tremendously as a person since I've been here, spiritually, as far as education, discipline. Everything has went up since I left Sandburg, but I think Sandburg was the pivotal part for me, and where I realized that some changes needed to be made, and I was able to see something different and strive towards that type of behavior, or to live in that type of environment.